What's up, world? It's your man, Cal Quigley the Fourth. Listen, y'all have got to stop coming up to me when I'm eating dinner and asking me why I buy certain stocks. So why I did this video is so I can just eat my dinner in peace. I even had to learn how to eat left-handed so I can shake people's hands. But listen, today we're going to talk about the 5 golden metrics, okay? Because the question that people will ask me is like, how do you know what to buy? Like what stocks to go into, right? Now, I used to tell people, well, I just go in my closet and look at the things that I buy. And then from there, I decide, well, I'm going to invest in Polo because I wear Polo. I'm going to invest in Nike because I like J's. But now I've started to formulate an idea behind really why and how I look at a stock. So I'm going to give you these free for today. The first golden metric that I'm going to give you is they're a leader in cutting edge technology. So think about stocks like Apple, think about stocks like NVIDIA, AMD. So these companies have moats because they're one of one, right? Now, of course, there's other phone companies out there. I'm a Samsung guy myself, but I understand most people like Apple products and they like the Apple phone. And so when you have 100 million people buying your phone every time you come out with a new version of it, that's a leader in technology. When we think about a company like NVIDIA, what do? Well, they create GPU chips, right? Now, with all the new data centers that are coming online, even the ones that'll be in space, everybody is partnering with NVIDIA. So that's a leader in the technology space. Number 2, it sold breakthrough products used by hundreds of millions of users around the world. So I'll go back to, the iPhone. When the iPhone first came out, it was a revolutionary product. Now, we had other cell phones, if you will, but that was really the first smartphone, right? It could play music. It could create contacts for you. It could allow you to record. It could do all these different things. So when we're looking at newer technologies, like right now, we're in the eVTOL space, right? We're looking at companies like Joby and Archer who have flying taxis. So that's one of the reasons those were my 2 top stocks in 2022 and 2023, because they were so revolutionary. They're so ahead of their time, but you don't want to wait till everybody else is already invested in them. You want to get in those stocks now. You want to get in those stocks early. Number 3, the tech is protected by trademarks, patents, first mover advantage. So when we think about a company first coming out, right, normally they have about a 3 to 5 year head start from other companies because of the technology. Now, if they're able to patent or trademark that technology, that can sometimes push that time frame out to about 7 to 10 years. Now, because we do so much business with China and so many people take their products to places like Japan and get them prefabricated, a lot of what we call IP theft does happen, but there are laws in place. We were literally just having a conversation about companies like Lululemon and Nike being sued because they had false advertisement behind their products, right? So these are the kind of things that you want to think about as you decide what kind of stocks and what particular companies you want to invest in. Number 4, massive sales growth. Now, I'll go to a company like Google or Microsoft, right? When you look at Google and Microsoft, most people don't really understand what those companies do. Well, they're in the packaged software space. You think about a company like Microsoft, you say, why would they create their own AI if they've already, partnered with ChatGPT? Well, what we're seeing right now is a decoupling of those 2 stocks, two companies, right? And so when we think about what Microsoft did traditionally, they've created the platform, right, for PCs. So you got Microsoft, you can go back to Windows 3.1, Windows 95, all those different versions of it, right? Then they said, well, let's put other software on top of our platform. That's where you got Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Some of us use these tools literally every day, right? So when we're thinking about the massive sales growth, look at companies that have government contracts, okay? Because technically speaking, those contracts normally never dry up, okay? Now, you could have a situation like Claude AI where the government comes in and says, hey, we want you to do X, Y, Z, and they decide that doesn't align with their focus of their company, the ethics of their company, and then, that company is kicked out. But for the most part, 9 times out of 10, once a company has a contract with the government, they become very sticky. It's hard for the government to get rid of them. So you have massive growth opportunities into the future with that company. Now, last but certainly not least, number 5 of the golden metrics that I look at when I'm looking to purchase a stock, you want to look if announcements move the needle. Now, just last week, we had 2 companies that decided that they were going to work together. Both of those companies had exponential growth in their stock prices, literally over a 1 week's time frame. One was NVIDIA, the other was Corning. Now, most people know NVIDIA because they've heard of it or you are familiar with the chips, but Corning actually creates the glass front for all Apple products. So your iPad, your iPhone, even your iWatch, that glass that's on there, there's one company that makes that. They're called Corning. So NVIDIA and Corning decided that they were going to work together, and what they're creating is so revolutionary. Imagine a piece of glass with technology embedded in it. So you could have a room that's all glass. You could change the tint on the glass. You could change what's being viewed on the glass. I mean, this is so revolutionary, so out of the realm of possibility of what we were thinking that was possible. But now these 2 companies are working together. So you saw NVIDIA stock hit like 123 yesterday. We saw Corning stock gain about 15% over a 2-week time frame. So if you have companies that move the needle, these are normally really strong companies. These are companies that have a lot of momentum behind them. And anytime they announce something, you'll normally get an upside to that stock. So now, hopefully y'all will leave me alone. Let me eat my dinner and my lunch. But those are the 5 golden metrics that will help you decide which stocks, which companies you want to go into, and understanding why you buy those companies, not just because I said it. All right, so those are the 5 golden metrics. So listen, if you want to learn more about what we're talking about, if nothing that I said made any sense, I want you to hit us up on QP Wealth Hub. We have a free version of our program on School where you can learn so much about the stock market and introduction to financial literacy. So think and grow rich. We'll see you next time.